So talking about the emptiness and the rainbow, that's the one thing I wanted to really practice today and bring it up. Actually, I wanted to point out one thing. If anything from me, this is about this ultimate teaching. So His Holiness received Tibetan audience who just fled from Tibet and tortured and suffered painfully, crying, come to His Holiness. And then interviewer asked him, how can you bear these sufferings, like suffering of your children? All those Tibetan folks are like his children, right? Then he responded, I cannot bear suffering without emptiness. So this compassion and emptiness have to go together. Just only compassion, just only relative work. Those are such a, noble thing to do. We need to do to the best of our ability. We need to help if we can help, physically, directly, whatever way. That's our responsibility. But at the same time, something those not on the spiritual path do not have, but we have this river and the spiritual path. This is a realization of the ultimate teaching. So Shantideva, many of you know our favorite Shantideva, came to this commentary to the 6th chapter, wisdom section. Then he said, all what I explained so far. So before 6 means that those 5 parameters, 5 perfection, like ethics, meditation, perseverance, and all those things. Those things are only for the sake of realization of this section, wisdom of emptiness, just the support for this. He is not undermining or actually those are the basis of understanding wisdom. But he is saying this is the one directly cut through the root of suffering. Without this antidote, direct antidote, weapon, you can say, best weapon, sharp weapon of wisdom. Without this, it's impossible. Actually, it's impossible. No matter how much cut the branches, we have been doing as a human being, a good human citizen. We're trying to cut the branches and try to make it a little more comfortable, not only one's own life, maybe your families or do our best. But that's not cut through this cyclic existence, ups and downs of life. Maybe temporarily make it a little comfortable, but that's not our aim, in a sense, temporary goal. But our ultimate goal is a realization of this ultimate reality, which is supported by the relative reality. So we're not gonna, oh, that relative not important. No, we are doing both goes together. We are talking about in the previous session again. That's the interdependence or dependent origination and realization emptiness. Both are complementary, not contradictory. So try to understand both. Then one suggestion, in order to really realizing the emptiness, is the realization of this interconnectedness, this interdependence. Things just even ordinary conventional level, very superficial level, think about. If everything is not interconnected, if different way of saying, if it's not empty of self-existing entity here, then cannot relate. It's like a rock to rock. If he's one thing, cannot relate to all others. So those realization, we started to have a glimpse into the true nature of reality, phenomena, things, as well as true nature of the self. So we need to really make effort to understand that. So that's kind of one of the important spiritual responsibility, which not all people have the opportunity to receive the teaching, as well as may not even think about, may not doubt about this. This is only reality. I'm doomed. Then caught up and doesn't move forward. life is short, as you know, and this limited time. What can I do? Can we do? So anyway, importance of this understanding and embodying the ultimate reality. You can say wisdom or emptiness. In the tantric context, we call it clear light. Same thing. Emptiness in tantra we use the often use is clear light nature of mind, and then which is inseparable from bliss. But anyway, so those things are super important. In other words, we keep this bigger picture. So with this bigger picture, then actually this relative work will be more enhanced or the inspired, or what you call the compassion. More compassion, more emptiness. More emptiness, more compassion. It's called both together like a snowball effect. Back to His Holiness teaching. Without wisdom, compassion is unbearable. So actually, with wisdom, compassion become overwhelming compassion, and more energized, more tender, more feel the pain, but at the same time not discouraged. So in other words, bodhisattva path. So we are treading this bodhisattva path, courageous path, fearless path. But this fearlessness includes fear as well as anxiety or whatever might be. But then never discouraged, because hopeful, because he knows or she knows this is not the only reality. So that's why those bodhisattvas look at the sentient beings as if they say the difference between the thorn, the little thin thorn stuck in finger, that's how we feel, usually pain, oh, ouch, pain. But the bodhisattva's degree of pain is the thorn stuck in the eyes. Feel hundreds to thousands more, feel pain. So we are treading on the same, at least in aspiring inspirational level, we are treading that path. So with acknowledgement and gratitude and appreciation for this opportunity, being together, and this really rare spiritual opportunity each of us won. We won this lottery. So see if we can re-establish the most sublime motivation of awakening called bodhicitta, and then pray for it to grow more and more. This way we can participate, we can contribute to the broken world of suffering, and we become a lighthouse to shed the light, the darkness of the world.